Hello, my name is Lynn. Thank you for coming to this video on the benefits and how to use Liquid Gold 1 Therapy Oil. I'm going to, in the next couple of minutes, give you a little bit of a background on myself and on Liquid Gold Therapy 1 Oil, and why, after some 50 years of sales and marketing experience, I'm going to share with you why I feel that this is possibly one of the very best products that I have ever sold and marketed. And for one reason, 99% of the people that try this product for pain relief or for alleviations of stress, essentially within the first couple of minutes of trying it, they see that it works and they immediately want it because of the results that they get. So, just to put it to you, it is, can you see that there? Peeky. LiquidGold1TherapyOil.com is where you can go to. Now, folks, this may seem to be a little bit of a rudimentary video, but I assure you this is a very top-class, world-class product. Now, some background on myself. I'm in my later 60s. I've been in sales and marketing for some 45 years. And over that time, I primarily focused on new product development and introducing new products to market. In my history, I have been backgrounded in business and contract law, sold successfully in consultative sales and professional sales in numerous capacities in the building and the real estate industry, and then off into the rural sales of my home area in central Canada, in the middle of the Western Canadian prairies. Primarily dealing with agricultural-based and related industry-based products and services and those communities. Now, tonight, we're going to be discussing a product that I've made the claim is possibly about the very best product that I have ever sold or represented in my life. And we're going to put them up here now. But what you see here is a 1 ounce bottle and a 1/2 ounce bottle of Liquid Gold 1 Therapy Oil. Now, we call it therapy oil, but it has been around for 20 years almost, and there is in the millions as far as sales. Now, it has recently been improved upon because a little bit of a history on this. It was primarily, the focus of it was as a pain spray for the last 18 years. Now, in the last year or so, there has been an improvement, and it is now a more broadly applied therapy oil. And how that was done was it went from a basic five products to basically alleviate pain to 43 essential oils. Now, essential oils over the centuries were our medicines. A great deal of the molecules that are studied and copied and put into pharmaceutical products today are in fact being copied off of the original molecules and nutraceuticals that had worked successfully for centuries. Now, tonight, I'm going to mention that we have different applications and different uses, but if you will wait until the end, I suspect that this video is going to take about another 10 minutes. So if you would please spend 15 minutes with me, I will show you why, if you have aches and pains, or if you have stress, or if you have any concerns as far as needing a little bit of a lift for whatever reason, please stick around. And at the end of the next 10 minutes or so, I assure you, I'm going to give you some notable reasons why you would consider going to the website, liquidgold1therapyoil.com, or going and I will leave my contact information below this video, and as well as that contact the number on the site for further information. Okay, Liquid Gold 1 was primarily focused as a pain spray, and as well as that, the reason, in my opinion, from an economy point of view and an effectiveness point of view, it is, on my own experience, the very best pain spray that is on the market from an economy point of view and from an effectiveness point of view. Now, as far as use of it, there are many different applications, and we will get into the broader applications of uses that even if you do not have a pain, in the classic sense of a pain, it is still a benefit to you. Well, and if you would want to know why, I'm going to say, if you eat food these days from the grocery store, if you breathe the air, if you drink the water, essentially, you're going to be interested in sticking around for the next 10 minutes to find out why this is a benefit to you. But now, just for the basics, there are 43 different oils in this product. Some are carrier oils to take the product deep into the body to deliver it. Others are the actual antioxidants that get rid of the toxicity. Others are circulatory system relaxers to allow new blood to come into the system to flush out and make you feel better. So we'll try and put some order to this now. Let's say, for example, on the basics of using it for pain, here is how it is used. This is the 1 ounce bottle, as I mentioned, and this is the ½ ounce bottle. Just for curiosity value, this is a $60 bottle on the left, and this is a $40 bottle on the right. Of course, if you get into multiple orders and different things, we have different incentives and bonuses from time to time, and ongoing, and a money-back guarantee, which is realistically never come back on. So, but here we go, folks. Let's say, for example, a common one is carpal tunnel syndrome in the wrists, from people working with the hands and wrists. Well, if you've got carpal tunnel and it's on the face of your wrist, here, well, some people might just put it on there. No, what you do is you put it all the way around and you rub it in for a couple of minutes. And after a couple of minutes, you put one more spray on and you rub that in again for a couple of minutes. Within that time frame, you're going to see notable relief. Personal testimonial of mine, I'm 69. I am suffering some levels of neuropathy or nerve plaque. And I'm just going on to a regime and I'm already noticing a difference. But my hand was actually swollen, and what I did was I put it on liberally from my elbow down to the tips of my fingers. And within two days, the swelling had alleviated itself, because how this works is we have products such as sandalwood and eucalyptus, and what they are is dilators. And what happens is the common problem that causes pain is inflammation. The common cause of inflammation is lack of proper nutrition to those cells to stay healthy, other than the direct physical blow, or a physical injury. Now, when you have a situation where that happens, all of a sudden it starts swelling because it doesn't have the proper building blocks to stay healthy, and as a result of that, blood flow slows and the area gets stagnant. So when you put in a carrier oil like jojoba's and some of the others to carry in such things as eucalyptus oil, and to dilate, and peppermint oil, to relax it, to allow fresh blood and blood flow in, well, essentially that's the number one thing, that you get the blood flowing again. Now, Other things that we have is lavender, and well, there are 43 ingredients, folks. And if you wish, as I say, do refer you to the website or call us later. But in the interest of time, I can see right now that this video is going to last more than 15 minutes, but it's worthwhile information. So, as I say, around the wrist, or say if you have rotator cuff, not just on the top, but all the way around. And again, put it on, rub it in for 2 minutes, and another half of the application and put it on again. We're recommending, when you take this pain spray, if you're taking it for pain, is to take it and use it religiously for at least 90 days. Okay, and I'll tell you why. It is not like what we're used to with big pharma or something where you're getting instant pain relief. You know, if you have a toothache, they give you Novocaine, and all of a sudden you're not feeling the pain. It's not that the pain isn't still there, it's just that you can't feel it. Okay? With our products, when the pain alleviates itself, it is somewhat because you can't feel it, but the reason you can't feel it is it's changed the condition of the physical state so that it's not causing pain. I have seen over my years of demonstrating this product, people go from excruciating pain of a 10 out of 10 or a 20 out of 10 down to a 2 or a 3. On other times, you will see the pain go from maybe a 10 to only an 8. But if it's disc pain or hip pain, sciatic pain, sometimes a little bit of an improvement is better than nothing. And I can also say that over my years of demonstrating this product, that yes, I can comfortably say that 99% of the people that had the pain, when they were given the free demonstration and a free shot, a couple of spritzes of product to see if it would work, it worked. Granted, there was, I think in the several hundred that I've tested, there was 2 people that saw no change. Okay, but you use it twice a day. With other pharmaceutical styles, with the chemical style, you build up a resistance. This only has to be put on about twice a day for most conventional pains to give you adequate pain relief throughout the day. Other ones, like the chemical ones, you're basically reapplying it every 45 minutes to an hour, as well as that your body builds up a resistance to it. And then at that point, you're getting less and less benefit, and it's not working as well. And that's right, it's not working as well. These are natural ingredients in this, so your body doesn't build up a resistance because it's in a state of balance. Say for example, headaches. Headaches are another one. Put some on, rub it across the baseline of the neck at the back of the skull, and as well as that, put it into the temples and up into behind the ears. And that, as far as the circulatory system, for the most part, will lessen a headache. We have had reports of people with migraines actually not having migraines. Now, why we stress to use it for 90 months is because this product has antioxidants in it. And as well as that, it also delivers some level of nutrition in terms of vitamin supplementation. Again, building blocks for the body to heal and repair itself. So, as we know, if you cut yourself or you have a bruise, just because you put something on to make the pain go away, you can still see the cut, you can still see the bruise, so you know that it doesn't happen immediately. So you take, for example, arthritic pains and that. This is where it gets interesting, folks. This also has another application as far as from an inhaling point of view. And what we have here is known as the inhaler, and it is a thing that you can recharge with the same oil, and you take a deep breath in. It is great for clearing up sinuses, and it is also great for say for colds and that. It alleviates again the eucalyptus. You have a eucalyptus cough drop on the market, as well as that it's well known in those regards. Now the other thing about this, depending on what you're doing, and we don't have time throughout this video to go through all the details, but depending on your breathing, sometimes you will breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, and that is obvious for the inhaler. However, if you are into certain things like meditative breathing, yoga, like that, often you will see that the inhale is through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, as I say, there is lavender, there's frankincense, there's myrrh, there are notable things in here that have been proven over the centuries and in pharmaceuticals to actually relieve stress. You will find that even if you do not have pain, you will have a stress relief from this, because you're inhaling centuries old known cures before we had pharmaceuticals and patented drugs. So what I will say at this point, folks, is that here's the reason that all people have a need for this product. Now, if you have a general or say athletes after a hard workout or a hockey game or a weightlifting exercise regime or a hard day's work, a construction worker, or just dog tired and you're just aching all over, run a whole hot bath. We also have bath bombs that you put in the water and it treats the water. If you don't have a bath bomb, take one of these, give it about five or six pumps in the pub in hot water and sit there and soak. Now, folks, you are not going to be that impressed with the color of the water at the end of if you soak for a period of an hour or so, because this is literally a detoxifier. It draws poisons out of you. Now, not everybody wants to soak for an hour a night in the tub, so here's something else. Did you know that because we walk and our feet are at the bottom of it, our feet tend to be a real gathering point for toxins, crud, heavy metals like that you get out of pharmaceuticals, the air we breathe, food ingredients, supplements. There are over 10,000 supplements that are in food these days, several thousand of them in such trace doses that they're not required to be put on the label. And for the most of them, they have heavy metal components. The body is not able to competently flush them out a lot of the time by themselves. So here's a quick one. If you don't have a bathtub, say you're in a showered facility, you prefer a shower, here's another thing. As I say, it goes to the body, a lot of it, your knees, from your knees down, your ankles, your feet. That is often why with diabetics or poor circulation conditions with people, that they end up having their feet amputated, because their blood vessels are clogged full of heavy metals and things from pharmaceuticals over the years, and again from the food we eat, the air we breathe, and the liquids we drink. Okay? So what you can do is you basically take a basin and take some hot water and put your feet in them. And for 2 weeks in a row, you do a detox, and after that, you do it at least once a week. But I will assure you that if you do that, you're going to see a notable color in the color of the water. Something else that also happens is that the closer your body gets to an alkaline pH, that is a negative pH, a neutral negative pH, that if you have an alkaline pH, it is impossible for you to have pain or disease or illness in your body. The majority of us have a positive pH or an acidic pH. So At that point, we're full of positively charged, we're overloaded with positively charged product or byproducts. So when you put that oil in the water in that, here's something else that also assists in a very good way is take 2 heaping spoonfuls of baking soda or salt. Salt has a negative charge, baking soda has and it assists and makes the whole mixture that much more potent. Okay, so we're up to 20 minutes now, folks, and I think I'm pretty much covered why anybody has a good need for this product. Whether you have a pain or whether you have stress and just the day-to-day, and everybody, and I mean everybody, we all breathe the air, we all drink the water, we all eat the food. Everybody needs a detox. And I assure you folks, you will buy it and you will benefit from it, and you will probably want to tell your friends about it too. So in the meantime, I do thank you. I very much respect you for the time that you have spent here. And if you what will be the ID or the secret code for this? Basically, you were listening to the grumpy old man, and if you mentioned you saw the video, just mention that the grumpy old man says they'll probably give you some nice sales incentive if you get a hold of them and want to talk in further detail. As for myself, there will be a contact number below this video, and for what it is, it's 1-306-485-9976. My name is Lynn, and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. I've been in sales and nutritional sales and some therapy for some 35 odd years. And I am in reasonably good health. I have no real aches or pains at this point in my life. However, because of nutritionals, at one time, because of a misdiagnosis, mismedication, and the misfortune of catching a chronic viral illness that was a chronic fatigue syndrome situation, well, I have had in my misfortunes in life of a 12-year stint with chronic fatigue syndrome, and during that time, medicine doing their best, it didn't figure it out. I finally found nutritionals in that, lost some 65 pounds, and got back under control. And there's another thing, folks. Did you realize that stress and pain causes the body to tighten up and preserve and slow down its metabolism, causing you to put on weight? So you alleviate the stress, the body immediately starts relaxing and allowing some of its excess weight to go. Now, here's something else, folks. You see that? Well, that's where a healthy head of hair used to be, and I'm suspecting that's possibly where a healthy head of hair is going to be back, because I have had some talks with some people recently on this, but I was noticing when I was out on another essential oil site that was there to basically promote the growth of hair, that it had about 20 or 23 basic essential oils in its mixture. And we've got about 19 or 20 of them in these bottles here, over and above all the other things that it does to alleviate pain. So, and all these other wonderful things. So, as I say, folks, we have a couple of people that have already said that they are mixing it in with their shampoo. And actually, folks, they say that their hair, they're seeing signs of new growth. And again, the most notable reason for hair loss is because the follicles are not getting adequate circulation and flow through the scalp. And it is well known with men, and due to illness or age or genetic background, the sheath that is across the top of the skull actually does become thicker, and it does challenge the blood flow of the scalp at that point. So I'm hopeful that my hair will grow back. it is. We don't recommend you taste it. It tastes terrible. It's not. This our oil is not. Essential oils can be taken internally, but we don't recommend it because it does taste somewhat terrible. I guess I was curious, but because of hockey injuries and things like that, it can only do so much. I don't think it's going to grow back my teeth. So as far as my false teeth, I think they're just going to have to do the job. But at any rate, folks, that's about 25 minutes. I do thank you very much for your time. And as mentioned, it is Liquid Gold and Liquid Gold 1 therapyoil.com. And now, as mentioned, this is a rather rudimentary presentation, but I assure you, when you have a product this good, it is not hard to sell. And don't let the appearance fool you, folks. I've worked with some of the top marketing executives and corporations in the world over my years, but at this point I'm living, I guess you would call it, a little more relaxed and laid-back lifestyle. But at the same time, I have been in top sales in a lot of corporations, in a lot of sales groups over the years, and as well as that. But I had one thing that I always kept in mind when I was going out to sell a product. I always basically found a product that would have word of mouth capability, and essentially, if the person saw that they had a need for it, the merit of the product itself would sell itself. And that is essentially how it is. So if you happen to run into one of our people in one of the malls, and you see Liquid Gold 1 Therapy Oil and you want a free demonstration, by all means, and by all means, and it certainly will work for pain, and it certainly will sell itself, because I will stress, folks, that over 99% of the people that had a pain, when they tried it, they saw relief. And over 95% of the people that saw relief, at the point that they saw what it did for their pain, they readily bought. So whether you're interested in it as a customer, or possibly somebody that might be interested in saying, I wouldn't mind representing a product like this, that by all means contact us. And as well as that, folks, from that point of view, if you might wish to purchase some in order to maybe give a few to your friends, just as a stocking stuffer, we have some sample packs. But essentially, get a hold of us. We're here to help, and anybody that might wish to spread the word, if you find that helping people is at least as much of a merit to yourself as far as what you like to do, as opposed to having a job and making money, we certainly would like to talk to you. And you can go out and take some product and help some other people. And with that, thank you for letting me help take up 28 minutes of your time. Well, sometimes it's best to only spend 2 or 3 words, but sometimes when there's something good to be heard, it's best to spend as much time as it's taken. So I guess in the meantime, folks, if you want anybody to know how best I would describe myself, well, wordy. Sometimes less is more. And with that, no more. Good night.